This is Craner Curves at Donnington Park, one of the very best viewing points on any UK circuit. When my kids were little, they sat here on this very grass watching solo legends like Rainey, Schwantz, Doohan and Lawson. There were sidecar stars too, Beeland, Michelle, Egbert Stroy and our own Steve Webster. Happily, Donnington Park will once again ring to the sound of sidecar action because we're here for round 6 of the Eastern Airways British F1 Sidecar Championship. Another of our classic circuits hosted the previous round, and that was Cadwell Park. As with Snetterton, we were blessed with 2 world-class outfits on the front row, but they were all eclipsed by Scott Lorry and James Neave from the on. He shot into an early lead from Tim Reeves. Ben Bygrave was there. The Birchells bogged down. They found themselves in 4th position halfway round the first lap. But it was to be drama from the word go, because the hands came up very early on and the race was red flagged due to a first lap incident involving Ian Drown and his passenger. Both guys fortunately unharmed. The restart then took place very quickly. Scott Lorry found his gateway blocked that time. He was shut down. Reevesy from Andy Peach and the Birchells made it in and up to Charlie's on the first time. Andy Peach slotting into 2nd. Roger Lovelock finding himself down there in 5th place. The Birchells had to cut their way through past Andy Peach, which they did in pretty traditional style. Phil Bell was riding with Tony Belsey, a new passenger at Cadwell Park. He was going well. A young man with a lot of work to do, Barry James and Jamie Wynn, coming from the back of the grid due to a very poor qualifying, found themselves in the thick of the traffic. The young Bygrave and Lawson team, riding number 74, eclipsed Andy Peach. They were doing well too, but Tim Reeves, with a huge lead, made it a victory in the first race. Greg Clues doing his customary wave. Moving up the grid as a result of their first race performance, Bygrave and Lawson almost got the whole shot going into Coppice, but their card was marked by Ben and Tom Birchall, who streaked round the outside, followed by Tim Reeves and Greg Clues. Scott Lorry and James Neave could do no better than 4th this time, so they were ruining the stoppage. They showed the way, obviously. The pack strung out behind them, but it was thick and fast. Barry James and Jamie Wynn trying to do an impossible manoeuvre up the inside at the bottom of the mountain, wrecked their bike and almost are capped. Bygrave and Lawson, though, were really going well ahead of John Clark and Stuart Graham. Andy Peach went neatly up the inside of Phil Bell and Tony Belsey and left them that far behind. Ben Holland and Lee Watson were chasing as well. A disappointing day by Roger Lovelock's standard. He and Rick Lawrence found themselves relatively well down the order, but the race at the front was nothing if not spectacular. Ben and Tom Birchall threw everything at Tim Reeves. Scott Lorry and James Neave, meanwhile, got it up to 3rd, but that's where they stayed. This was the battle, and Reeves yet again got the win. Two riders at the top of their game in the National Championship, and there you can see how it stands. Lorry and Neave, that 2nd place margin reduced a bit. Lovelock and Lawrence still there. Peach, Bell, Bygrave, Holland. James and Wynn in 9th. They are disappointed with their season so far, I can tell you. Much to be expected from Craig Chaplow and Patrick Farrance. Can they deliver when we get to the next round? 14th place there, Ian Drown and Ryan Anderson. Despite that huge crash, they are both okay, so we'll be seeing them when we get to Donnington. Everybody in there with some points. Well, Tim Reeves does have a massive championship lead, but it's not a done deal. There's lots of time still for the guys to catch him, lots of points up for grabs. Donington Park, free practice yesterday, a lot of crews were going very, very quickly. This is the Melbourne Loop section, which is going to be interesting to say the least for sidecars. Let's take a look then at the full lap of Donington Park. And this is a track I know intimately. Down the start-finish straight towards Redgate. Coming back down the gearbox here, hard on the front brake, taking a wide line and then clipping the apex late at about 80 miles an hour. Round for Hollywood, keep it driving, hug the inside, then creep across to the left for Craner Curves, where the front end thinks it's washing away, but it isn't. Get it back, get over to the left, and then hard into the hairpin. Just clipping the rumble strip. Up towards Starkey's. It's a little bit bumpy as you throw it left here, but driving hard, fourth gear, round Schwantz, round, front brake hard on, clip the apex, down into third gear, sometimes second at McClay's, away then up towards Coppice. This is a double apex right-hander, very, very fast. There's the first apex. There's the second apex. Now, away up the straight, fourth, fifth, under what used to be the Dunlop Bridge. It ain't there anymore. Now, into the reworked Foggy's S's. It's a wider swoop in and a wider swoop out. That allows it to be taken much quicker. Fourth gear, fifth gear over the crest of the hill, back, down the gearbox. Brake hard on. I'm talking front brake on a sidecar outfit. There is only one set of brakes. You push hard with your left foot. Up towards Goddard's, over the crest of the hill. This is where it can be won and lost. All sorts of drama has unfolded here over the years, and our front end got a little bit loose then. That's a lap of Donnington Park.
Well, you've seen the championship table, you've seen the circuit, so you'll understand just how important a good grid position here is at Donnington for these guys. 2 races on the programme. It's vital to get a good start in the first one. They're going qualifying.
It was good to see Mick Bleakley and Heath Lane on the number 46 yellow and black outfit. They were wild cards at Donnington, just as they were at Snetterton at the previous round. Normally running in the National Championship, they appreciate just how quick these guys go. And certainly they did go very, very quickly. 1 or 2 of them feeling their way round. Even Phil Bell going up the inside of Bleakley, a bit tentative on the Melbourne Loop. Not all of the riders had experienced the full GP circuit at Donnington, and that did show. Qualifying was a fairly straightforward event for Ben and Tom Birchall, having scrubbed in a tyre as quickly as they could. They then had a look at the outfit, went back out again. Just the one qualifying session, but Tim Reeves made no mistakes at all, and he was very, very quick. Carl Parkinson let the hairpin catch him out one more time. I said he was tentative, and he was indeed. 1 or 2 of the outfits went in there just too hot. Gary Smith and Justin Sharp on the red and black outfit went very well. The number 14 were to prove to be real contenders in the race. Tim Reeves and Greg Clues were relegated, however, to second fastest. It was Ben and Tom Birchall who took the honours, with Roger Lovelock and Rick Lawrence claiming third.
Ben and Tom Birchall, pretty good start to the weekend. You left it late in the session, but pole position, that'll do, won't it?
Yeah, pleased with that. Yeah, we just sort of settled in. We only had 1 qualifying session today, so we settled in first half and made a few adjustments, and yeah, went out and did a good lap.
I was watching the times, Tom, and as I say, left it late, but you took 0.7 of a second out of Tim Reeves on that lap. It was a real flyer.
Yeah, we just, like Ben said, we come and made a few adjustments, knew what we needed to find, and yeah, just relaxed really, went out and did it. We know the circuit well, and the bike's absolutely flying, so yeah, it was okay to do.
Tim Reeves, Greg Clues, front row start, massive championship lead. I mean, that's okay, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good, isn't it, really? Yeah, it was, went out and had 4 or 5 real good laps, come in, put some fresh rubber on, went out and just never got a clear bit of road. It's so hard to piece it. It's such a fast-flowing track, you need every inch of the track to make a perfect lap, and we just, unfortunately, we had 3 laps and unfortunate traffic, but it doesn't matter, everything, the bike's running good, and yeah, looking forward to the race. I think it'll be quite a good battle, yeah.
Greg, Donnington Park is a circuit with a lot of history. Did you like the circuit?
Yeah, it's beautiful, beautiful track. All the parts is fast, so for sidecar it's really good track. Yeah.
How many times have you ridden here on this GP circuit?
I think 4 times, yeah, but not since 2008, yeah, for the World Championship.
Roger Lovelock, Rick Lawrence, 3rd place. I mean, that's great. Second row start though, but that's a good effort.
Hey, who cares? We're up there with them. That's the main thing. No, brilliant. I expected hopefully we're going to get, in the top 6, but yeah, third is absolutely awesome. Tyres working well, weather's good, yeah, absolutely fantastic. And just hope we can keep it up for the first race.
Well, with that start, you're going to be fighting a rearguard action. If there's anybody quick, where are they going to try and come through, do you think, Rick?
Oh, it's going to be, as per normal, it's going to be a pretty big melee there on the first lap, going down through Craner curves and the first Redgate and that. I mean, there's a lot of boys out there behind us that are, you know, have got the ability to be where we are. And you know, there's normally a battle of 5 or 6 of us. You've got a couple of people that are further down the track that you wouldn't expect to be down there as well. So it's going to be a normal melee on the first corner, and then down through Craner curves and into the old hairpin is going to be interesting on the first lap. So to keep your hands and elbows in a bit, and hopefully we come out the other end of it in a good place.
Well, I keep saying time and time again, consistently, you've done it again. Congratulations to both of you.
Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Brilliant.
Well, let's take a look at the grid then. Are there any surprises there? I tell you what, Chaplow's done well, along there with Gary Smith on row 5. It's the usual pair up the front, Reeves and Birchall, Lovelock Lawrence, Laurie Need, and Bygrave and Lawson. Barry James's season seems to have gone backwards since the stunning start with a double win at Brands. Phil Bell up there, look. Shandon Barrett from Scotland, they're doing well. I tell you what, it's going to be fantastic. 10 laps round here, can't wait.
I simply couldn't resist it. Qualifying's over. We've got our grid for the first race. We're going to take a short break now. Okay, so we're on the back of the grid. It doesn't matter. Join us again after the break. Take it easy.